Movies and TV shows transport us to other worlds, but that escapism doesn't always have to exist in the realm of fantasy and sci-fi. Sometimes it's a lot of fun just to watch some of our favorite everyday characters go on some amazing or hilariously not so amazing vacations around the world. Just like our TikTok and Instagram feeds getting flooded with images and videos of influencers flitting around the globe, sometimes these on-screen vacations can give us a pretty unrealistic expectation of what an average vacation should look like, not to mention some pretty intense FOMO. So let's take a deeper look at some iconic on-screen vacations to unpack how they influence our own ideas of what our vacays should be, and sometimes remind us how important it is to just enjoy the ride, wherever you are.
We'd all love to have a movie-worthy getaway this summer, but even if you can't go on a super bougie vacation, you can still relax and enjoy your summer with today's sponsor, Cycling Frog. They have so many awesome hemp-derived cannabinoid products, from seltzer to gummies to cookie and brownie making kits. We've been loving the wild cherry seltzer and huckleberry gummies in particular, and they have so many other awesome flavors to choose from too. When life and work gets hectic, it can be hard to find ways to really relax, and Cycling Frog's products really help us unwind. The seltzers come in a variety of THC levels, 2 mg, 5 mg, and 50 mg, depending on what kind of vibe you're going for. So if you want to add some more chill moments to your day and support The Take, check out Cycling Frog today. Plus, they've provided a special code just for our audience so that you can get a whole 20% off your entire order. So definitely head over to cyclingfrog.com, grab your goodies, and make sure to use the code TheTake20 at checkout to get your discount. That's code TheTake20.
Travel expenses can start racking up quickly, from transportation to accommodation, food, event or attraction tickets, travel insurance, plus daily spending money for shopping and souvenirs. There are off-season prices, budget flights, modest accommodations or rentals, or even driving instead of flying. But no matter what, these costs add up, especially when it comes to trips for the whole family. Family vacations are all about having the perfect experience, which is why they are notoriously stressful.
Enough! Okay? I cashed in most of my personal days so we could take this vacation and we will enjoy it together!
It doesn't matter if you're going on a road trip to the Grand Canyon or just a few hours away to a water park. It requires planning and money. Disney vacations are some of the most expensive trips out there, and they've become defining childhood moments for some. They've staked out such an iconic, long-standing place in our popular culture that they basically sell themselves. And many of our favorite TV families make the trek to the happiest place on Earth, some more successfully than others. Episodes filmed at Disney properties are pretty common, particularly for shows on the Disney Channel or ABC.
I want everybody to eat a lot at home because the happiest place on Earth is also home to the most expensive churro on Earth.
Even if they have some struggles along the way, there's always a happy ending, making all of the struggle and spending all worth it. On Blackish, Andre takes his family of 8 to Disney World for the VIP tour guide experience, something he never got to do as a kid.
Something wrong with your tuna, baby?
Pops, can I have one of those?
You get a job, yeah.
They also stay at the pricey Animal Kingdom Lodge, so with meals and souvenirs plus every other expense, this family getaway would cost over $20,000. Disney trips and family vacations in general on screen often fall into a similar storyline of a parent finally getting the opportunity to give their children the trip that they never got to do when they were young, and in the process, usually going a little bit overboard. One big aspect of the cinematic family vacay is allowing the teens and preteens to go on their own adventures, where they have the freedom and privilege to do anything they want. Finding ways to get parents and authority figures out of the way is a staple in kid and teen movies and shows because it provides so much new opportunity for mischief and fun. These movies show the kids going off on their own while their parents are distracted or sometimes completely absent. Take so many Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, where they always seem to run into hot guys and end up solving a crime.
You worked very hard at school, very proud of you, and so we thought it was time you had, your own suite.
Vacations or extravagant school trips also present several exciting opportunities, especially if there's only one chaperone. The Lizzie McGuire movie definitely gave us impressionable young viewers false hope that school trips would have us going off with a handsome stranger on his moped and becoming a pop star. Little did we know that this unfortunately wasn't the norm for a school trip. As the media has told us over the years, particularly in the 90s and early 2000s, spring break is the ultimate time for teens and young adults to live it up. It's another chance for unsupervised fun, only this time there's hard partying involved. On screen, characters usually travel to places like Cancun, Cabo, or Puerto Rico with a group of friends, though in real life, this can be a lot more difficult unless you worked a lot and managed to save up, or just happen to come from money. Rom-coms are known for giving us unrealistic expectations when it comes to love, dating, marriage, working, and generally what adulthood should look like, or at least what we all hope it will look like. But there are also some that prominently feature a beautiful location that conjures up even more grandiose ideas about what our flirty and fabulous adulthood should entail. Whether it's a honeymoon, or a post-breakup girls' trip, or a mix of both, romantic comedies often showcase spur-of-the-moment trips to all-inclusive resorts. Take Sex and the City providing yet another example of Carrie's seemingly endless funds when she books her trip to Mexico. Though to be fair, it was a non-refundable trip.
Honeymoon. At a romantic Mexican resort that's prepaid on my credit card because I wanted to surprise the man who jilted me.
In The Holiday, two strangers swap homes and lifestyles over Christmas for free. And they manage to drop everything and make travel arrangements in an unrealistically short amount of time. Getting on a plane and going to a new destination is often proposed as the answer to all life's problems on screen. Divorce? Go find yourself while eating and drinking your way across Europe. Neglected by your fiancé? Travel around Italy while falling in love with someone else. We romanticize certain places, expecting a life-altering experience that will make you a more enlightened version of yourself. These soul-searching solo trips might be all about enlightenment and self-improvement, but they still come with a hefty price tag. But of course, while travel can absolutely open your mind to new ways of thinking about your life and the world around you, it can't fix everything.
Why don't you know what? Go on a vacation. Go to the Alps.
Alps.
Go to Stad. It's the best.
I could go to Hawaii.
As much as we all might dream of travel, the associated costs can mean it's out of reach for so many of us. Not to mention being able to take time off of work or school. Going on a weeks-long vacation is a luxury, which is why we often see these types of extended trips being enjoyed by people with money to blow, ones who run their own company or work as successful freelancers or influencers.
Anyway, we're gonna spend 10 days doing meditation, yoga, healthy eating, and spending quality time with my man.
Or in Samantha's case, in the second Sex and the City movie, the kind of career where a last-minute extravagant work trip to Abu Dhabi isn't too outrageous.
All expenses paid for everything for all four of us. All we have to do is pick the week, and the sooner the better. I can hear the decadence calling.
Let me just check my work schedule. Yeah? All clear!
Similarly in Glass Onion, an unlikely group of friends are all invited to their wealthy friend's private island in Greece, presumably all expenses paid. But it's something almost expected rather than a special occasion. Then there are people who don't work at all, either because they're lucky enough to retire, or more likely they're living off of generational wealth and trust funds like Dickie Greenleaf.
Relax. It's just there's so much to do in a single day.
Most important question is where to eat.
Gossip Girl, one of the most iconic teen dramas, wasn't exactly a show you watched to see the realistic lives of teenagers. With their families' endless funds and no real responsibilities, it was nothing for Blair and Serena to jet off to Paris for a summer, the perfect place to forget about all of the problems haunting them on the Upper East Side.
First of all, S, you didn't go to school this year and you haven't had a real job in months, so life is kind of like summer for you.
In recent years, The White Lotus has been one of the top satires about the ultra-wealthy and their luxury getaways to very expensive all-inclusive resorts.
I love how you drag us on these family outings that you spend the entire time on your phone.
Oh, I know, it's just so pathetic having a job that pays for the vacation.
Think daily mimosa brunches and nightly dinner parties, entire days spent by the pool, at the spa, and in their restaurant. Season 1's filming location, the Four Seasons Resort Maui at Wailea, which is also where Modern Family shot their Hawaii episode, is a real resort where anyone can stay for thousands of dollars a night. A week-long stay can cost more than the average person's yearly salary, and that's not even including dining, spa treatments, or yacht rentals. While just watching our favorite characters live the high life on these bougie getaways is a lot of fun, it can also influence people's habits in real life. The post-pandemic boom of cultural tourism, or set jetting, has seen people specifically choosing to vacation where their favorite shows and movies are set or filmed. Of course, this isn't anything new. Fans of The Lord of the Rings have traveled to New Zealand for years, but according to American Express's 2023 survey, 70% of Gen Z and millennial travelers said they had been inspired to travel to a destination after seeing it on screen. After the 2020 premiere of Netflix's Emily in Paris, a highly binged series during quarantine, fans flocked to the the City of Love to have their French experience, only to feel disappointed it wasn't exactly like the show in what's been called the Emily effect. With social media, it's easy to fall into the comparison trap when it comes to beauty standards, lifestyles, relationships, so it's not surprising that 75% of travelers said they choose destinations based on the ubiquitous #TravelGoals photos in their feed. These curated images of majestic waterfalls, sandy beaches, and gorgeous mountain views are peak FOMO, often leaving us feeling down about our lack of travel.
The way travel has become more than ever a consumer and media product has made travel porn basically unavoidable for most of us, and has profoundly impacted how we think about travel as a concept.
But in the same way some influencers choose to open up and get real about the fact that their vacations aren't always as perfect and fun as they'd like, many films and shows also aim to show more realistic depictions of traveling. Modern Family loved a vacation episode, but it made sure to keep things relatable by not overlooking the exhausting reality of big group vacations.
Sweet Pea, I'm a mom traveling with my kids. For me, this is not a vacation, it's a business trip. Let's go.
Fresh Off the Boat shows Jessica and the kids joining Lewis on a business trip, which she suspects isn't solely about work. And she's right, of course. Being a busy parent, any reprieve is appreciated.
You are ruining my vacation!
I knew this was a vacation! I knew it!
Oh, you got me, Jessica, you win. For 2 days a year, I drink Bud Lights, play tennis, and eat hot wings.
As always, Jessica is frugal, but also takes advantage of hotel amenities. Instead of relaxing, she's making sure they get the most out of this trip, without any extra costs. But Lewis shows her how to really embrace the leisurely aspect of a vacation.
I take it you enjoyed your massage.
I love being on vacation. I just wish we didn't have to go home.
That's how you know you enjoyed yourself.
Malcolm in the Middle is a zany but mostly realistic depiction of an average American family. When they go on a trip, it's an investment and a rarity, one that shouldn't be taken for granted, but usually is by the kids.
Wealthy people can afford to have their vacations ruined. No big deal. They just pick up and they go again. Your father and I worked so hard.
The Middle's Heck family wins a free Disney World vacation and tries to have the idyllic Disney experience, but instead runs into one problem after another.
Why are we wasting our valuable time taking a photo for a Christmas card that we all know will never be sent?
Because I want to show everybody what a great time we're having.
The National Lampoon Vacation franchise are the quintessential vacation gone wrong movies. And while there's definitely some suspension of disbelief, the Griswold family's wacky travel adventures are often pretty relatable on some level, especially when it comes to having too high expectations that quickly come crashing back down to earth.
We're 10 hours from the fun park and you want to bail out. Well, I'll tell you something. This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
Traveling vicariously through our favorite characters is a totally normal and fun way to escape from our own world for a little while. But as with everything else we see on screen, we just have to make sure that we're properly managing our expectations about our own realities. Getting too caught up in FOMO and trying to recreate some extravagant on-screen trip, or just being down on yourself because you'll never be able to afford it, is the perfect way to ruin any vacation you are able to have. At the end of the day, vacations should be about exploration and fun, and taking time for yourself. And even if they don't end up being movie perfect, that doesn't mean you can't still have an amazing time.
Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to check out Cycling Frog and use our code TheTake20 to get 20% off your entire order. You'll be helping to support The Take and bringing a new delicious level of chill to your summer. So definitely head over to cyclingfrog.com, grab your goodies, and make sure to use the code TheTake20 at checkout to get your discount. That's code TheTake20.
That's The Take. Click here to watch a video we think you'll love, or here to check out a whole playlist of awesome content. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And make sure to subscribe to our Patreon for exclusive new videos.